Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Corner Booth pregame. I am your host, Jared Clem, alongside a great cast of characters today. A little different show today. We're talking NFL schedule release, NBA basketball, plus whatever the hell comes up. We have a I wouldn't call it a skeleton crew. We have the full Corner Booth crew today. We decided to just bring on one guest. We said, you know what? Let's just have one guy come through. He's a chill dude. He hasn't been on in about maybe, I think, a month or so. I saw March 21st. I think it was the last day he was on. So it'll be good to have him back. Joining us now, of course, are my co-hosts. We'll go down the list. Joining us now, of course, host of Bets with Swagoo, Anthony's dad, a.k.a. Jake Smigglesworth. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie.
What's going on, everybody? Happy NFL schedule release day. Well, yesterday, but, we had to break it down today.
My boy out here looking like every early 2000s douchey record producer, and I love it.
Minus the record producer money.
There you go. All right, joining us now, going by the alter ego of Crispy this week, a diehard Philly fanatic, a raging Philadelphian, a.k.a. Mr. Melvin Dew. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Lipoff.
How are we doing?
We're adding Crispy to your list of nicknames?
I'm changing my nickname every week. So it's Crispy this week. Next week it could be J Crispy, like we were just talking about a few minutes ago. Who knows?
It could be Kelsey Coin's best friend.
Could do that. I could do that, but he's going to change it. So it's a love-hate.
He gets a little butthurt about it. And, of course, everyone knows the architect of a couple projects we have in the works. He is I guess, annoyed Giants fan today, an optimistic Oakland A's fan, and I think a Lakers fan. I don't even know if you could be optimistic as a Lakers fan at this point. So we'll give it. He's a proxy Wolves fan for at least the last 24 hours. Come on, Ant. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, our producer and stat man, Nate Wynn.
What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday to y'all. And a little bit annoyed, but we'll get to it later on. Just a bit of a rough day, Giants fan-wise.
Joining us now, two handsome gentlemen, both in the same location. One is chowing, and the other one is interrupting the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, host of No Credentials Required, craft beer aficionado, and the lighter side of Belly Up Sports, Yankees, Jets, and Albany Empire fan, Ryan McCarthy. And somewhere in the background is my dog Tagalong.
It's usually a can.
There he is.
He's right. Tagalong's right here. He's trying to get at my nachos.
Yeah, boy. It's all right. I scarfed down a piece of pizza in front of Ghost, and he was like smelling it. He's like, "Ooh, basil."
Well, you know what it is? It's they're chicken nachos, and chicken's one of his favorites. So he's trying to get at it, and it's like, no, dude, these are mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Ghost heard the pizza box reopen. He took off upstairs, so that's where he's at. What's up, Tagalong?
He's right there. It's like, Dad, where's mine?
Cat's pissed.
Ryan, you'll appreciate my first beer selection of the night from our friends at Cape May Brewing. We have Tan Limes, the superior salt lime lager for the summer. Close second is Buena Veza by Stone Brewing from native land of California.
Nice.
But a very good summer beer. Ryan, how you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good. Just got home from working out and enjoying some post-game or post-workout meal and some iced tea with a little bit of watermelon juice powder in it, so get nice and hydrated. Staying dry this month. I'm staying dry this month because I got my appointment this month with my metabolic physician and trying to lose some weight before then. So
fair enough. I've been trying to. The problem is, I people who actually will cut out drinking completely for months on end. I give them all respect in the world. It is not easy.
No, it ain't. It ain't.
Especially for somebody like me or you who are craft beer aficionados, or even in my case, a whiskey aficionado. So I give people who give it up all the respect in the world. That being said, I am not one of those people who's giving it up. I am currently enjoying a nice cold lager. I may need more depending on how this game tonight is going to go. Because going from 2-0 to being down 3-2 and your team looking awful the past 3 games of a 7-game series hurts a little bit. But allegedly, even though I still have to call these numbskulls tomorrow, MLB.TV is on sale this weekend, so I'll be able to start watching my Diamondbacks. Thank Christ. So it should be fun. They're heating up. I think won 7 out of their last 11, which is great.
I get MLB.TV for free because I'm a T-Mobile subscriber.
Found out they worked that into your bill, but it's like $1 every month. You lucky turd.
Tell them, Ryan. Us T-Mobile guys got to stick together.
How's it feel having the 3rd best service provider in the country?
Yeah, AT&T
Well,
Nation stand up.
Well, I get
Number one,
MLB.TV for free, so hey, whatever.
Fair enough. No, listen, I'm not defending AT&T by any stretch. I just usually wait until mid-May when they do the sale every year. Like, they should just literally just wait until May to put it on my account. And it's $20. Yeah. It's $10 cheaper than it was last year. So
well, guess what? Guess what we have that they don't have, Jared? We have that hot chick in the commercials.
Exactly.
That's right. So, you know.
All I know is I'm excited to start watching some Diamondbacks baseball starting tomorrow night when I get home from the bar, which will be very nice. And going forward. And also, I'm taking Big Marcus for his Father's Day gift as an only. I had to make sure his schedule was clear. I'm taking him to go see his first Sox game since 04. So
championship year.
What did you say?
Championship year.
Yeah, we went in 04 back in September. He took me to Fenway in like September of 04. Walk off hit by Mark Bellhorn. I will not forget it. But it was against the Orioles. But it was really cool seeing Fenway. But it is against my Diamondbacks. It is, I think, August 23rd or 24th we're going. So it's going to be fun. Cool. But,
I didn't know Big Marcus was a Red Sox fan. I didn't know. I just forgot. Red Sox and Vikings.
Loves the Red Sox, but doesn't follow him enough to call himself a diehard.
Red Sox and Vikings.
He's a mix, my friend. He is a mix. Well, gentlemen, the NFL schedule has been released. Of course, we know the opening game, I believe, gentlemen, is Chiefs Ravens. Am I correct in that one?
That is correct.
Chiefs Ravens. Some other notable games on the list. Shout out to our boy Nate, by the way, for just like literally putting up every single graphic. So some of the notable games, championship rematch to start off the year. We have Eagles and Packers in Brazil on Paramount, not Paramount Plus, on Peacock, or as our good mentor Pat McAfee refers to it, on the cock. That being said, I will probably pirate Peacock or do a 1-day trial for that. So there you go. Even though I don't think Peacock offers a 1-day trial, so I may be mooching it off of somebody for a day. Cowboys and Browns, the first Sunday Night Football matchup. Tom Brady is going to be the commentator for that one, so excellent there. We have Rams and Lions, the first Sunday Night Football game. Stafford's return to Detroit. This time it's not a playoff game, so it should be fun there. We have Jets 49ers. Aaron comes back to his home country. I don't consider California part of the United States. It's like a third world nation compared to it, but Nate's just like, well, I'm going to exit stage right. Sorry, Nate. I don't know which area of Cali you were from, but you realize I make fun of your state more than I make fun of my state.
Yeah, fair enough to me.
Bengals Chiefs. Hopefully this time Joe Burrow's healthy, God willing. Lions 49ers is also one of the ones I saw on the schedule. Vikings Jets Vikings later in the season. Vikings Giants. Don't know why you put that one in there, Nate. But
we ready. We ready for that one.
For a 6-win season. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right. So all right, we're gonna go through the Sunday Night Football slate quick, and I'll run these down. Of course, I broke it down with with Baltimore and Chiefs, Packers and Eagles. Obviously, we're NFL Week 1. Then we have the Rams and the Lions. Week 2 is Bears Texans. Okay, Caleb Williams versus CJ. Interesting.
Jared, wild idea here.
Chiefs Ravens.
Wild idea.
All right.
You got it. We do the entire 17-week 6-pack tonight live.
We'll be here for hours.
I'm so in, dude.
He's like,
I'm take off tomorrow.
Sleep.
Dude, I'm significnically older than you. I have a bedtime, okay?
No,
guys, we're doing record predictions next week. So I love it. Nate read my mind here. So as you can see here, Chiefs and Falcons week 3, Bills and Ravens week 4, Cowboys and the team with the most horrifying schedule in the NFL, the Steelers in week 5. The Bengals and the Giants, I do not understand that one, but I guess you got to throw the Giants in at some point. Jets and Steelers, Nate, you'll get used to it. I don't know if the Steelers got 2 Monday Night Football games. It does not make sense. They're going to be terrible this year. Week 8, you have the third best matchup in the NFC with the Cowboys and 49ers, even though it's been very one-sided lately. You have Dougie P's return to Philadelphia.
Dude, AFC runs through Jacksonville that night.
Even though they won't even win their own division. Jacksonville versus Philadelphia. Lions, Texans. Then you have Colts, Jets. Love that matchup. A-Rich versus A-Rod. You have Eagles, Rams. And you have Packers and Dolphins. 49ers and Bills. Chiefs and Chargers. Packers and Seahawks. Texans, Chiefs. Cowboys, Bucks. And finally, Dolphins, Browns. They had to fit Bill Cosby on there at some point. That being said, fellas, I can't curse, but man, the zingers are going to keep flying.
Oh, man. So I'm assuming the Thursday night games are going to be bad because they always screw Prime for whatever the reason is.
Well, I look at it from this perspective that also remember, I think after week 11 is when flexes kick in. So remember, this is subject to change. I will not, of course, read off the what is it? The Monday Night Football is the other one you have, Nate, up there.
Yes, I do.
I will not read off the Monday Night Football verbatim. We'll put up on the screen, but I'm not going to read off. I'm just going to say the matchups I like. And fellas,
You want me to read them?
No.
Okay.
We don't pour everyone. All right.
Okay, the offer's still on the table. If you need
Okay, so we'll while we're waiting for McCarthy to step away because he had to discipline his furball. So, gentlemen, what is your favorite matchup? What are some of your favorite matchups on this board? Nate, I'll start with you since you did all the homework.
Yeah, so obviously I'm gonna go Bengals Giants. No, I'm just kidding. That's gonna be ugly.
Jake Browning versus whoever their backup quarterback is in New York.
Drew Lock. I mean, maybe we'll shock the world. You never know. My Giants.
Shock the world. Go 0-17.
Yeah, no, we better not. I'm really excited for Dallas and San Francisco. Obviously, we've seen the Niners beat up on the Cowboys in the past quite a few times now. Maybe Dallas has it figured out by then. Mm-hmm. And one more matchup I do like the most has to be Texas and Chiefs. CJ Stroud versus Patrick Mahomes. 2 relatively young guys competing out on the big stage on Sunday night. And I mean, the Texans are so loaded on offense, obviously, and the Chiefs, well, Patrick Mahomes and friends. So,
there you go, Maddie. What are you liking on this?
You're on mute.
Let me unmute myself. I like the first matchup with the Ravens and the Chiefs. That's pretty crispy. I like that one.
So you did there.
Some other ones I'm looking at are just some possibly some revenge games, some familiarity ones. Like I'm looking at Lions, Rams, another Goff Stafford rematch, another rematch of the 2 teams that made the quarterback trade. And then I'm also looking at Eagles and Jaguars, just because, like you guys said, Doug Peterson coming back to the link, just as a member of a different franchise. We'll see how that one goes. I'm being honest with you, I'm really not too hyped up for any of the matchups my team has. I mean, the Colts and the Steelers, they're going to be 2 teams where I think I like Shane Reich. I think the Colts are going to be a good team. I think the Steelers will be a better team than last year. Oh, I just combined Frank.
You combined their old coach and the new coach's name.
Yeah.
Make the super coach.
Auto-corrected. That's messed
Dude,
up.
what a power unit of a coach that would have been. Both those minds. Anyways, not a fan of those 2 matchups, but I do like the week 1 matchup. I like the Lions, Rams, and I like Eagles, Jaguars.
All right, Crispy
is up. I'm gonna shy away from the big matchups. I like week 3. Kirk's debut in a new uniform on prime time. That's what I live for. Freaking Kirk in the ATL. I think that's going to be a good game. I know Nate brought up the week 16 matchup with the Chiefs and Texans. I've been a Stroud Boys fan for a little bit. Jared put me on. Credit to Jared. And obviously, I'm not sure why the Chiefs have like 10 primetime games. It's the power structure of the NFL is absurd. Also, I got to be a little biased here. I like Week 9, Jacksonville, Philly. Dougie P comes back to Philly for a game. He's probably going to get booed, which sucks because he wants the Super Bowl. But I guess that's
H.
Philly narrative. Anything else I like? Let's go Week 7, dude. Jets Steelers. No one's going to expect that to be a good game, and that's going to turn out to be a very good game. I think that's all I got for right now.
All right, McCarthy. What are you loving on this board?
Well, I would be biased and say Week 7, Week 11, but I don't want to be too biased. I'll talk about the Jets schedule momentarily. I'm going to say most of my thoughts for Saturday's Saturday brunch show. But I'm looking at Week 10. That's going to be a street fight between the Lions and the Texans in Houston. I'm looking forward to that one.
You know, I'm actually kind of looking forward to the NFL Brazil game because I just don't know what the hell's going to happen, how they're going to adjust to the conditions in Brazil with the soccer field and everything else. So it's going to be interesting.
Somebody said there's going to be a lot of tush pushes in that game because Brazil's got a lot of big butts.
Huh.
I love it.
Facts.
We should get tickets.
Okay. Well, let's pay for a flight to Brazil. I could barely afford the flight to Cleveland right now, but I'm doing it anyway.
I barely afford to drive an hour away.
Flights to Brazil. It's about $1,200.
All right. I was gonna say I do love the Dougie P returning matchup,
Yeah.
Week 10, like McCarthy said, with the Lions and Texans. I am ready for this matchup, but I think my favorite one is Week 16, Texans Chiefs. That is going to be electric factory. Especially because Rashid Rice is like 9-game suspension will be over by that point, so they'll have more weapons in Kansas City. So just look for that game to final score of like 45-35.
Wait, somebody build them out?
Not yet, but listen. Unlike Henry Ruggs, he didn't kill anybody.
Huh.
This is true.
Huh. Thank you, Nate.
Oh, the lowest price, Jesus Christ! The lowest
God.
prices for that Brazil game are $785. I will pass because my straight engine
we can
misfired
afford that.
again for the 5th time in the last month.
What is this, the NFC Championship round?
No, what
Okay,
is this?
listen.
Any game at the Raider Stadium?
There's 5 of us. If we each pick a number, we could win the lottery, and we split it in 5. And you guys can afford to go.
Oh Jesus,
Dude, I've been playing the
We're
lottery.
better off just all pulling our $500 on Underdog tonight, and we'll pool out what it is, and that's how we'll get our money for it.
Well, let's go to Matty because he's the betting
we're
expert.
gonna bet again on Mystic Dan.
Dude, you can't. I mean, we
Ooh.
could, dude.
Triple
We could.
Crown winner to be.
Oh wait,
Mystic
I gotta
Dan.
ask you. This is like a question here. After, like, hypothetically, because I know like American Pharaoh a couple years ago won the Triple Crown. Like, what happens to the horse after that? Do they get like put down or like?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Do they get? I don't think they put out.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to be like
I'm not.
whatever.
I don't. I think.
They get put out the stud.
Yeah.
That's what happens. They get retired to put out the stud so they can breed more horses like them.
Yeah, I only think the ones
Oh,
with
Jesus.
the busted leg are the ones who get chrome domed. So
DJ. Oh my god. Oh no, not Prime. What a
Oh,
terrible
Lordy.
drink.
all right, so let's look at this cluster F. All right, here we go.
Jesus.
All right, so okay,
It's
we're
not
starting
that
off hot.
bad.
Guys, week 2 is not
Jesus.
terrible.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty
Wow.
bad, Jared.
Wow, week 3, 4. Not
4?
great.
No,
Nate,
4 is gonna be
Nate,
lit.
they're gonna beat you by 40.
Yeah.
Stop.
No, guys,
Um,
we're gonna bust out the uniforms. We're gonna look good in
Maddie, you have a
Okay.
lot of prime
All right,
time.
let's
games.
let's look at the ones
We
that
have
aren't gonna be
6.
blowouts here.
That's
Okay.
insane.
Yeah, week 3, you got the Jets might run New England off the field. If Aaron
can see
Rodgers
it.
is healthy, big F. Week
Yeah.
2, good. Week 5's not bad. 6 ain't bad either. Like DJ said, 6 and 14 are low key bangers. I agree.
What's 14?
Packers and Lions.
Wow, there it is.
Bears,
Lions.
Seahawks, snooze. Lions, Rams depend. No, Rams, Niners week 12 might be. I mean, week 15 might not be bad. Eagles, Commanders. It depends on if Jaden Daniels is dead yet.
Yeah, you got a Halloween game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude.
That's-
We have
that's
every
insane.
game on every holiday.
Yeah, Matt
Wow.
and Bianca basically just have to realize their entire lives, this entire football season, can be spent at the Jets games.
I don't know how I'm gonna have to like go to work the next day. I can't take all these day afters off.
You're gonna have to. They're gonna have to be a little lenient, dude. The Jets season means more.
Yeah.
Week 7 is absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. That's gonna
Oh,
be
man.
Oh my God, who put that in there?
I don't know. It might have been
Oh
like
my
a deuce.
God.
It might have been like a joke, but like
It's got to be. Ryan, what are you
it's
thinking
the
about this right now?
It's the Sean Payton Bowl. That's what it is.
That's
Oh,
disgusting. Oh no.
So
You
you
know
have
what's-
bounties and you have bad franchises.
And possibly Kevin James.
You know what? Like on paper, like this isn't a bad lineup, but you just know that once the season starts, there are going to be those teams that you think are supposed to be decent or good are going to be terrible, and then all these games are going to turn into just horrendous
Yeah.
primetime games.
I
That's
do
why it's
like
a
this year's
Thursday night
Black Friday
football.
football. I do like this year's Black Friday football game because Christmas Day that matchup was Electric Factory. So
wait. Black Friday football. Who's
Yeah.
playing that?
Yeah, BFF.
Oh wow.
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 I didn't know that was last year.
Wow.
Jets and
Yeah, that
Miami
game was
terrible.
awful. I watched
You-
Zach
you mean
Wilson
the
get
Hail
dumber
Mary?
in front of me.
That was horrible. I was there and everything. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we spent the entire second quarter of our game and Matt's pregame trying to FaceTime because me and Kevin were at Boston College versus Miami, and Matt was in the pregame for the Dolphins and Jets. We were trying to FaceTime each other from the stadiums, and it was not working. Oh no, we did get a hold of each other. We couldn't hear each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I was also
I got to
shit-faced.
see Tyler Van Doofus's last game as a Hurricane. Lackluster as his whole career. We're in the Cam Ward era now, brother.
Eagles
And also
and
the dude from
Raiders.
New Albany that we picked up from Ryan's squad. That actually is really nasty.
Poppelberger.
Dude, you know what? I was ready for him to start week 1, and then we went and got Cam Ward. I'm like, sorry, white boy, you gotta wait till next year.
Dude,
like,
I
I get a Heisman candidate. Like,
That's
let's
all right.
go.
That's all right. We got that kid from Wisconsin who transferred.
Ooh.
I can't remember his name.
I'm ready to talk. Also, boys, NCAA football. We'll talk about it in a little bit, obviously. But dude, I cannot wait for our college football preview. That's gonna be a good show. By the way, we're announcing that one. That one's gonna be middle of August. I believe right after I get back from Cleveland for the Fantasy Football Expo. I believe I'm the only one for the show traveling, unless Matt can pull off some miracle of PTO reincarnation. But either way, I'll be live on scene from the Fantasy Football Expo with guests. Obviously, I'll be doing at least one show from there, maybe a Friday edition or something like that. Should be fun. I think Chris has a Green Day concert he's got to go to.
yeah,
So-
I might FaceTime you.
Oh yeah, I love it. All right, this is where the bread and butter is. I actually love a lot of these matchups.
I
So
think
my
I'm going to that game right there, the Eagles and Falcons.
Nice. I'll
Like,
be
right during the
I'll be
birthday.
sitting on my fat butt, smoking a cigar, drinking about an 8-pack of IPAs, basking in the nice, cool ocean air of Martha's Vineyard for that game.
Oh, that's actually
Do we like the double headers that they're doing throughout the season on Monday night or no?
You know
No.
what?
Yes.
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 Because if one game sucks, I can always go to the other one.
Oh, that is fair. As long as they're not like one's at like 8 and one's at 10:30, I'm fine.
See, Nate, the weird part is that I loved the fact that we were able to, like, my baseball team was actually good this year, right? So up until the end of October, I was able to just, if the Monday Night Football game sucked, let's throw Diamondbacks on. But
Yeah, that's how it was for the Phillies.
yeah, right. And they listen. Chris can relate. I mean, Matt, I think y'all made it to the first round, right?
What the
Baseball playoffs.
last year? No,
Oh yeah, y'all made the playoffs last year. Anyway, I don't know.
You didn't make it at all.
Me and Matt, me and Chris were able to enjoy some nice baseball when the football game sucked. But this is nice so far. So I like Philadelphia. Atlanta is always a good game. Doesn't matter who's playing quarterback for either team. But Kirk going
This is
into
second
the
year in a row. I'm going to see Kirk
Yeah.
in Philly.
Kirk going into the link again. This time in the Dirty Bird Red. I love Jacksonville versus Buffalo. Awesome idea. Sleepy matchup here. What Tennessee Titans team are we getting? Like, could Will Levis take a jump? September 30th, that could be a great doubleheader. Like Dolphins, Titans could be fun. And obviously Geno versus Jared Goff round 3 is going to be electric factor. It's going to be a shootout. Saints Chiefs is an abomination. I don't know why this is up here.
So is Giants Steelers.
Yeah, that's going to Nate.
Sorry, Nate.
I'm sorry. I know those
It's
are
okay.
boys.
Yeah,
Nate, I'm sorry,
Just
but
being
that
honest.
is-
that's disgusting. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my god, I might just like go like do like a darkness retreat for like Aaron Rodgers that night.
Drew Lock may be the starter by then. Who knows?
So we should
Probably
do
will be.
we should do a Darkness Retreat podcast. 3-day experience.
It's just pitch black and we're all just
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we
god.
We're just
All
talking
right.
on the mics.
Oh yeah,
You know, this,
boys. By the way,
um,
next Thursday we kick off cigar Thursdays. It's the summer series. We're back.
Oh, do I need to buy a cigar?
No, it was a running joke me and Matt had because I started rest in peace to our boy, by the way, Caesar.
You
He
sure?
brought a cigar on Craft Brew, and I was watching the show, and he was like, he didn't want to smoke it, or I can't remember exactly what happened. It was like 3 years ago. So this is about right when Matt was coming on the show. I said, hey, I want to start smoking cigars for Caesar, and I kept shouting him out, and he would check in the show, he'd comment, whatever. And so it became a tradition. So on summer shows, I will every other or sometimes every week during the summer on Thursdays, I will be knocking down a cigar while doing the show. And honestly, in doing the show outdoors, I honestly prefer it. As much as I love seeing my Uncle Ed jersey, my Whiskey Myers poster, Rodney McLeod, Grogu, and my entire collection of Funkos, being in the backyard smoking a cigar actually kind of rips. So I'm looking forward to it.
I might do the same thing, dude. I might sit outside on the step, maybe pull up to the computer.
Well,
have a
Christy,
cigar.
I'm proud of you, brother. You actually bought your first pair of cowboy boots, and I'm saying welcome to the club,
There
my
you
friend.
go.
Dude, you know what's funny? The inspiration from watching Iron Claw one time makes a man buy cowboy boots.
There you go.
Honestly-
What brand are your cowboy boots? I'm just curious.
Hold on one second. Let me grab them real quick.
All right, because mine are Ariats. Ariats are my favorite. I actually am saving up currently to buy their Python ones that are $650.
Anybody ever notice the trend on the schedule where all of the doubleheader games, like there's that one game that's shit. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to swear.
It's okay.
Crap. And they give you a second option just in case. Like Bills, Jaguars might be pretty good, but they also have Commanders, Bengals, and that might be one-sided. We don't know what kind of Titans team we're going to get, so they gave us that other one as a little backup. Chargers, Cardinals could be terrible. And then you got Bears, Vikings, who are probably going to be terrible, so they give you Atlanta and Oakland, Vegas will
I'm
also
not
be
going to make
terrible.
the joke from South Park where Cartman yells out something about two lesser able people fighting, but that's the kind of vibe I got from Bears and
Dude.
Vikings squaring off because I just
Yeah.
Also,
just
I'm trying to-
two inept offenses duking it out, and I'm like, it's gonna be a whole game of DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson running downfield wild, going, "Where's the ball?"
Also, McCarthy, I'm sure you feel this pain, McCarthy, but they got the Jets opening up again Monday Night Football. I know it's not MetLife, but it's against the team that has
No.
Leonard Floyd, and Leonard Floyd was the guy that tackled Aaron Rodgers and tore his
Yep.
Achilles. So could we not do this? Because I'm just getting PTSD.
Yeah, I mentioned this to my buddy Snowman. He said he's a big 49ers fan. He got I said, I'm just hoping that Rodgers lasts more than 4 plays. He goes, I hope he lasts only 3. I'm like, screw you, dude.
Jeez.
Derek, so the
God.
cowboy boots, they're not. I mean, they kind of look like cowboy boots, but
They're
kinda not.
definitely they're Chelsea boots, but they have a cowboy boot vibe.
Yeah. Bruno Mark.
Okay. So
Is
nice,
that good?
Nice little dress boot brand. Not terrible.
Is it good?
It's not bad,
Yeah,
dude. It's like buying
bar,
Aldo,
and I
brother.
If I
It's a
go to the bar
6.5
and
out of
tell a
10.
girl, hey, I own a ranch. Look at my boots.
This is giving me Andre from the league vibes right now.
Could be.
Hey,
So,
farmers only. Relax. We got it. It's okay.
If you look at the Monday night schedule, I'm looking at the list right on CBS Sports. Week 3, one of these games, Commanders Bengals, is going to be an ABC exclusive. Week 4, Seahawks Lions will be an ABC exclusive. Week 7, Chargers Cardinals is going to be on ESPN Plus. Way to go, ESPN! Way to go, ESPN! Trying to put it behind a paywall. And then week 15 is Bears at Vikings is going to be an ABC exclusive. So 3 of these games are going to be on ABC. Although, can I just make an appeal to ESPN? Put them all on ABC.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact
ABC.
same thing, Ryan. Seriously, well, why would you put ESPN Plus so we can pay more for
It
more
used
stuff?
to be on ABC. Like it used to. Monday Night Football
when I
was
was a kid,
exclusively an ABC
John
product.
Madden, was it Pat Summerall? It was Pat Summerall, right?
No, they were Fox and CBS, NFL on CBS. John Madden was on with Al Michaels for I think a good. I want to say
That was
decade?
Sunday Night Football, right? They made the trade in 2005.
Yeah, he was, but that was Sunday Night Football too. But they also used to be on Monday Night Football.
That was when they made the trade because of
Right.
somebody's contract.
It's like the property rights to Rascal Rabbit or whatever. I don't know.
God, I love how stupid corporate espionage is. Anyway, well, hey, listen, ESPN Monday Night Football is like I grew up with Hank Williams Jr. singing "Are You Ready?"
Yep.
All My Rowdy Friends. Like that's the good stuff. And honestly, Chris Stapleton's thing he did this year wasn't terrible either. The Snoop Dogg thing kind of threw me off a little bit, but I'm a fan of Snoop Dogg, the human, so I was okay with it. And so Sunday Night Football has had bangers after bangers with Miss Carrie Underwood and Faith Hill before her. So
and also notice January 4th is doubleheader.
Yep.
Monday Night Football doubleheader, Week 18.
Eagles
Yeah,
Giants.
flex the heck out of those games.
For what? The Eagles third stringers versus you whatever rejects are staying on the
You
roster?
never know.
It depends on
That's the link,
who's
though.
a
It's
wild
kinda
card
sucks.
and division races to see who because every game for Week 18 is TBD because they're looking to see
Every
who's going to
single
be
thing.
who's going to be in a playoff race, who's going to be in a division race. So, yeah,
I
it's gonna
hope one of the games for the doubleheader Week 18 is like the 2 teams who are battling out for like the number 1 spot in the draft. That would be funny. And then the other game be some game that actually matters.
I'd actually watch to see who would be
Me too. Right, I was thinking the same thing.
who could play this poorly live on ESPN.
All right. Listen, we're not
Plus, ESPN Plus.
next week. By the way, folks, tune in. Is the 4th annual NFL Record Over Unders show. We do it every year. It's featuring our old friends DJ Stewart. Jay Smith is making an appearance this year. He's committed to next week. And we may get Duckman back. He's talked about returning. He is the keeper of the record books. Also, NFL Bowl predictions, round 1. Matt remembers this episode very well. We did it with Beth one year, which was fun. It's going to be a good show. So next Thursday, mark your calendars. I know this show can be hit and miss sometimes with its entertainment factor. Next week is one of the big events. It is the NFL Over Under show. We always do it the week after the NFL schedule is released. So me and the Motley crew over here can actually understand every team's record and actually make a bold prediction. The last couple of years, whatever team Russell Wilson has played on, I have accurately predicted their record. Just saying. And Steelers fans, it ain't looking good, brother. That being said,
Can I say something about my Giants, please, if that's okay with you? And I'm not trying to talk positive because honestly, I'm disappointed.
Floor is yours, Nathan, because it's going to lead us into our next topic.
Yay! Okay, this is for Ryan too and Matt because Jets. Yeah. Okay. So I want to get this straight. You understand how each of our teams have like a schedule release, and it's like always something that like stands out, like a video or something like that. Yeah. Right. We get it. Okay. Cool. I want to point this out right now because this was wow. I actually my co-host Brian noticed it this morning. I didn't even catch it until he told me about it. Let me share it. Hold up. I don't have it. Okay. So we see the schedule for the Giants, right? All the teams that they play, great. Do y'all see the end zone over here? It says Giants, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
What does it
Says
say
Jets-
over
yep.
here?
Jets.
What are we doing?
Living rent free, Matthew.
Oh, you split custody of the field.
Rent free.
Like we just
Wow.
you couldn't find a picture with Giants on both sides of the end zone.
They could have
And to-
pushed the graphic over a little bit to cover it.
Yeah. And to
It's
make
so-
matters worse, we have the worst schedule release video because we didn't have a schedule release video. Our video was a guy asking people on the street, and I quote, "Do you know what a schedule release is?"
Oh, listen, the Eagles one wasn't much better. They asked a bunch of random Eagles fans about like pictures and associations. It sucked, but then again, I don't care. Our team actually makes the playoffs. But the winners, the Bengals with the SpongeBob memes on Twitter, mint condition, beautiful. The Falcons with the NFL Street throwback, awesome, loved it. That brought me back to my childhood a little bit, and also the little shout they gave to Michael Vick was really cool. As you guys know, I'm a very big Mike Vick guy. On top of that, you have the I believe the Chiefs of the Chargers had a really good video. They had Pat McAfee make an appearance in it. It was an and AJ Hawk. It was a very interesting getup and setup. So I appreciated it. There were a couple of good ones.
The
I
Chargers
had a,
making
I had a
fun of,
Mike Vick
Harrison
joke in the
Butker.
chamber, but I
I don't know
can't
if y'all
say
saw that one.
Chris,
Harrison Butker.
Chris, it's too early for the penalty box at this point. You've been so good.
Oh God, dude, I'm itching.
Chris,
Did y'all see
I
the
don't,
Chargers one?
Chris, PETA is the attention I don't want coming to this podcast.
Nah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Listen, we
Carol
can
Baskins.
offend conservatives, liberals, blue-haired women named Jenna. We can offend people on both sides of this whole Israel Palestine.
White-haired
debate. I don't
woman
care.
named Karen.
I want PETA away from my show. They are actually evil.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
Chris, they will egg your house. They will
I
like.
gotta. Oh God, I gotta
my
go
gas
on
tank,
YouTube.
like the
That's-
whole.
That's
Yeah,
hypocritical.
you're gonna have PETA outside your house yelling, "Crispy, come on out!"
Dude, oh God.
You're gonna go
All right.
crispy.
Let's move on. So Nathan, we've talked about your Giants a little bit.
Correct.
We got to talk about those uniforms.
No, we
Hey,
You
we
look like
have
they-
to. It's news. Nathan, we have to. It's news. Please pump the photo for us. Nate, this is also your time to shine, my friend. You can actually rip these guys, excuse my language, a new asshole.
you
Okay?
can become an
Because it
Eagles
looks
fan.
like what they drew up came out of their okay.
You can become an Eagles fan. It's easy.
No, we wouldn't subject him to that cut. Nate doesn't have the cut of his jib to be an Eagles fan. He's too nice.
They look like the Simpsons Duff Man.
Duff man.
Yeah, they look like Duff Man.
Tough man's playing football.
Yeah.
Oh my
I-
Christ. I love it.
okay.
I love it.
So
I love it.
I mean,
Tough
like,
man, touchdown dance.
Duff Man. I don't have much. Oh my God, look at Daniel Jones.
He looks like he's about to throw an interception.
Yeah,
It looks like
dude.
he's playing for his insurance company's flag football team. That's what
Yeah.
he's doing.
I also love the rip off of the. I love the fact that it's just the Michigan Wolverines helmet, just with
Oh,
like
no.
a blue and red paint job.
Oh no, it's a combination of a bunch of things. It's a combination of the Michigan Wolverines, the Montreal Canadiens, and Jim Harbaugh's khaki pants.
Is that Darren Waller right there, 13?
No, that's
That's Hyatt.
Jalen
that's Jalen Hyatt.
Oh, I thought it was Darren Waller. I was like, didn't
Darren
he
Waller
retire?
starting his rap career after his wife dumped him. Kelsey, what up?
The plum.
Kelsey Plum is like one of my favorite humans on this planet. A cigar smoking baddie who can hoop. Like that is the dream.
Yeah, I don't know how Waller pulled that.
See these things.
Respect the hands
If they just gave these uniforms their own little flair, like they took the old uniforms like this, but they did some sort of different like creativity on it. I don't know. I like I was telling you guys, I like the color combo. I
Yes,
just don't like anything else besides the color combo.
Okay, they could have easily taken like uniforms like from all the eras. They could have brought like a jersey design from the Lawrence Taylor era, helmets from the Eli era, pants from the Y.A. Taylor era. They could have done all these cool things and had multiple uniforms, multiple areas. Because the Giants have a lot of history. They're like an original NFL team. There's a lot of stuff to pull off here.
That
And
looks
they
like some-
throw this Philadelphia Eagles 2007 Carolina blue and yellow crap on the screen. Chris, we no longer have the worst throwback uniform in the NFC East. Woohoo!
Yeah, that looks like something I would make on like Kid Picks.
Kid picks.
I'm gonna quote
Yeah.
I'm gonna quote my co-host Dustin. He sent me this at 4:21 p.m. And I quote, "Have you seen the Giants Century Red unis? They are an abomination." Close quote.
Damn.
Okay, well, look, I mean, I understand the concept, 1933 jersey combined with the 1938 helmet, combined with the 1925 pants and socks, and
But then
I
explain
love
it.
I love how Ryan brought up the Canadians, and I was like, okay, I see where he was coming from. Because keep in mind, Ryan, I'm not a big hockey guy, so I had to like look up what you were talking about. I was like, okay, it makes sense. So
You should become one. It's fun.
Nate, you could actually pick a winning team in that one.
Yeah, go with the Rangers.
yeah, so that's an option.
For the
Or
Flyers.
or you can go
Flyers.
with the Florida Panthers, or LA Kings have a goalie from Connecticut, even though they haven't won since he got his back-to-backs.
Nah, he's on the Rangers. He's the backup.
Philly.
Quick's
Oh,
on the
you're a Flyers
oh,
fan.
Jesus.
Quick's the backup on the Rangers now.
Oh God, I hate them more now.
I hate the Rangers.
They weren't supposed
Me
to
too.
release these because I know Monday I had an episode with my co-host Brian. We were ready for the uniform reveal, but they came out with a patch because they hyped it up that this past weekend about something, but it ended up being just a patch that you see on the screen that says 100 with all the details and stuff like that. Was fine. And then last night they say, okay, tomorrow 10 a.m. Eastern time, we got something for you. or
Santa's
whatever.
coming to town.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, maybe we do have a uniform. Then we wake up to this stuff, and it's like I try to be positive. You guys know me. I'm trying to be positive every single
Nate,
day.
you're a positivity workhorse. We know it.
Thank you,
Dude.
Jared. And I'm
Okay.
trying.
I'm gonna help
I'm
you out.
trying. Go ahead, Chris. Please help me out.
There's a team a couple hours away from
Okay.
New York that reside in Philly. We're green next week on stream. I hope you're wearing an Eagles hat, Nate, because I expect you to be an Eagles fan by next week. This is over. This Giants fandom's over. It's done.
They should have not released this at all. They could have worn the legacy uniforms. I'm not sure if you guys know what I'm talking about. The what's it called?
Lawrence Taylor era, yeah.
Yeah, that one. They could have worn that one. Maybe change up the helmet a little bit. Not this. I mean, Matt tried to convince me to like it, and then Matt, we both agreed it was just no.
Yeah, sometimes
so
like.
ugly, it's a meme. That's the problem.
But what would make
Yeah.
this worse is that whenever they display these uniforms, if they get like blown out in that game, it would just
Also-
be like,
Yeah.
oh,
And
yeah.
also, can I just say something? And I gotta shoot the elephant in the room here.
Yeah.
Shoot him down.
If the Giants had like made the playoffs or like a 12-5 team last year, yeah, they would have gotten roasted a little bit, but everyone would have accepted it. The fact that you guys' greatest achievement last year was beating an Eagles team that had quit after 2 plays, it's really sad.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
have
are
to
turning
agree.
into the
I
Jets,
have to agree.
and the Jets are turning into the Giants, and it's a really funny transition because, oh my Lord, it's just very funny. I think this is hysterical.
Okay, see,
Just
so
be big.
as we know, the Giants will only wear these uniforms up to twice this year. The 2 games they can wear it at. Otherwise, we're gonna have an issue. They can wear it week 1 against Minnesota
They won't.
because we can. Actually, they might because consider the 100th year, and then against the Vikings.
It was an original 6 NFL team.
Fair enough. Either they can wear it then, and then they can wear it against. I don't want to see them against Cincinnati because that'd be ugly.
God, wear him in
Um,
Germany.
No, the brown pants might give the Germans some weird ideas.
Ooh.
World War II reference.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
America is still sticking it to Germany. The one game they're giving them is Giants
Shout out to
Panthers.
Kevin for the best tweet I saw all day. Germany's still taking L's for what they did in the 20th century. I'm
Now
like,
it'll be a double L if they make them wear those jerseys
oh
that
my
day.
Lord! And then who are they playing? They're playing the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's just a bad idea.
That's
Imagine that game is Drew Lock versus Bryce Young or whatever backup is in because Bryce Young's broken from the lack of offensive line.
It did get better though, Carolina. They get better.
Yeah, they went from a triple F minus to a D minus. Congratulations. They went from the equivalency of Billy Bob with a concussion from Varsity Blues to like the 2000, I think it was 2011 Washington Commanders. Now they were called something else. Or no, sorry. Who's the team? Oh no, sorry. Joe Burrow's rookie year for the Bengals 2020 that gave up like an absurd amount of sacks.
That was terrible. Yeah, he was getting hit.
Yeah, so they're improving.
These jerseys look like the firecracker popsicle.
Yo, there it is. The wood stick,
July.
the yellow, and the red and the blue. The firecrackers.
That's a clip. Oh, remind me later, Chris. I need that. I'm gonna find it.
That'll be the best of. Oh, by the way, shout out to our dog Nate. Shout out to our dog Nate for the best of episode. That video that he releases every weekend.
Yeah, our house of highlights.
Our house of highlights. I swear to Christ, this kid doesn't sleep. Okay, I get texts from him at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm getting up for the gym. I'm like, brother, it is midnight in California. Go to bed.
Dude, it's always a party in Cali, dude. I always forget he lives on the West Coast, dude, because then I'll wake up. I'll be like, dude, Nate the Great, what are you doing at 3 a.m.? And then I realize
my favorite is when I'm at the gym in the middle of a workout at 5 o'clock in the morning, which means it's 2 a.m. No, it's 2:30 in the morning in California. I get text me, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, Nate, I'm mid bench press rep, and it's freaking 2:30 in the morning on the West Coast. What are you doing up?
For the rest, that's why he's great.
He's turning me into like a concerned older brother at this point. Like I'm like, go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's peaceful because like at night everyone's asleep. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
listen.
But I want that.
Listen, I wrote my senior essays for my history course to pass. I wrote them after I went to a summer concert pregame. Got so hammered I couldn't make it to the concert. Passed out on my bed at maybe 6 o'clock. Woke up at 2 a.m. and then wrote a paper until 5 a.m. And honestly, it was the best. I got like an A- on the paper. So
yeah, I refused to write my senior paper, so I just wrote it about Batman and Superman. And then she ended up giving me an A for creativity. Don't know how I pulled that.
I didn't tell you that, but this guy basically, if you were a senior and you had a C+ or better in this class, you didn't have to take the final. And I was like, that is amazing.
It's clutch.
Yeah, right. Because one paper I wrote got an A-, the other one got a 42 out of 100.
Oh, nice.
Can you guess which one I wrote at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I emailed my teacher one time, and I was like, I'm not doing this assignment. I'm going to be honest with you.
Dude, I spent my entire class schedule in that class on my phone or bullshitting with my friends in the back row. That's literally my entire time in that history course.
Can we check the comment section? I feel like you guys
comments are back. Carly, built for today, aka we lose a lot. Damn, Carly. Cameron, inspired by ass. Built for ass.
It's smart.
Hey, look at the Canadians comment, Ryan. Look at that.
No way.
Yeah, Ryan's currently indisposed of. But I love the stat line.
Pepsi.
Go back up. Daniel Jones' stat line, 1936. 13 for 30, 146 yards, 4 INTs. Honestly, Nate, I really hope y'all wear this at home against us. I really do.
Okay, we can do that. I'll call him up. I'll let him know. Be like, hey, wear against Philly for the one.
We can kick your ass in 2 different decades.
Yeah, let's do it.
Inspired by ass, built for ass.
The good news is,
we get that guy on the show.
You guys will probably have a top 5 pick this year.
That dude rocks.
So you'll actually be able to get a quarterback and not have to trade your entire farm system, move up 2 picks.
Yeah, you can get Shedeur Sanders.
Congratulations.
If he for you.
With your offensive line, he'll get snapped in half by week 4.
As long as Dion agrees that he can play for you.
No, you want Quinn Ewers. You want somebody who literally
got
out of a Ford F-350 with a bag of dip hanging out of their mouth, can take a hit. I'm not a Shedeur Sanders fan. We can talk about this for hours. I don't like his game. I love him in college football, but I can guarantee right now he's just Dennis Dixon. That's what he is. Shout out to 04 Oregon Ducks.
It looks like a bottle of Pepsi.
Jesus.
That's what that one comment said.
Chrissy's coming out with the hot ones.
It wasn't me. It was somebody else on here. I just saw the comment video. There we go.
This
I
actually
think
looks better. This actually looks better. Real quick, this actually doesn't look that bad if they change the pants.
Does it?
Okay,
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
No,
Those are great
I
pants.
can't. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Jetpack, Miss Jetpack G. This is not bad.
Okay,
Matt, we gotta admit, Matt,
it
it's not
went
that
from a
bad.
2. It went from a 2 out of 10 to like a 5 out of 10. I'll give it that.
We're gonna need
the
this
white pants
guy.
is better. The white pants is better.
What? Oh, listen, white pants makes this like a 6. Okay, like the gray pants get you halfway because the Giants with the gray pants back in the early 2000s. I get that vibe. That's cool. This at least brings it up. But the brown pants, to quote Deadpool, I should have worn my brown pants because that's
Oh God. I will shoot your freaking cat. Whose kitty litter I just shit in? Anywho, I love that movie.
you know what the best part is.
even
I love that
Tagalong
it's on
is
Disney
disappointed.
Plus now. That's
The
yeah,
whole
like
time
that's the
I
legacy
was
jerseys.
Yeah.
Those are clean.
Just
Those
Those
are
are nice.
amazing
they could've
jerseys.
just worn these. They
Those are
could've-
Those
nice.
are the ones I grew up with.
That's a guy I let. That's a guy I would
Wait,
let.
Maddie,
date my
doesn't B have a Lawrence Taylor jersey from this era?
She does. Yep.
It's
It looks
clean. I
exactly like
remember
that.
we were all hanging out watching football. It's a clean jersey.
Yeah, it's not bad.
They could have
I
stuck with this
hope-
one, but no, they ruined it. So
If he makes throws like that every single time, he's gonna get so many fumbles.
Also, by the way, if you guys want a little inside information, so one of my clients is friends with the Mara family. So I kind of in the back of my head, hey, tag along.
Yeah, he's back.
He's tagging along.
hey,
So this client of mine has dinner with the Maras every couple months. They're friends through another friend, and the guy told me they are the biggest Daniel Jones fans of all time. They rave about this kid. So Nathan, I'm going to let you know right now, unless he goes full Jamarcus Russell, I think he's your quarterback for at least the next 2 years.
could I bring some detail into that statement if that's okay with you? Because
You
I
can
sent
ask
it.
questions. I can only reveal certain ones.
Okay.
I know the whole
Because-
story. I know the whole story. Like he told me detail. But he's a client of mine. He is a very big client of mine, and he takes very good care of us at my job. So that
Yeah.
being said, he is also very well connected. So so I can answer some questions.
It's not more of a question, rather as an add-on to that, to your statement, and that is the fact that the mayors, they love their players, and that's what one anonymous executive was talking about it, saying the reason why the Giants may never move on from him is because they love him too much, like you just said. But this can't see the whole Joe Shane, Brian Dable thing about like, oh yeah, Daniel's our starter.
Dable's a weenie.
That is the most. I would like to ask you why, but if I could continue.
He's Mike Malone, but about 4 feet shorter.
He lost some weight. He looks good. My
So
coach
he's a
looks good.
skinnier weenie. He's still a weenie.
Fair enough.
Low fat weenie.
How do you have one of the best defensive coordinators in the history of the NFL, at least for continuity, and you piss him off enough where he quits?
No, Jared, there's more to that, but I don't
Because
want
they
to
fought over the
go.
last slice of pizza in the coach's room.
Hey, yo, McCarthy with a haymaker from the top rope. Also, Wink Martindale, I will always love because he was an amazing D coordinator in Baltimore.
Mhm.
And some of those defenses had a bunch of C+ players, and they still locked dudes up.
No, I like them too. It's just how everything went down. It kind of pictures Martindale.
Because Brian Dable is an immature 2-year-old when he loses his temper. He's always had this reputation. He's one of the Saban offshoots, where unfortunately, unlike Joey Freshwater, aka Lane Kiffin, or Kirby Smart, where they're actually head coach material, Brian Dable should have been nothing more than a coordinator. That's me dropping a truth bomb on you. Because here's the thing. So there's coaches who are geniuses like Belichick, Bill Walsh, Andy Reid. There are coaches who are motivators like Mike Tomlin and John Madden. And then there are coaches who are good executives, who are good at being a rah-rah guy, who are good at being the facilitator while his coordinators work, like my dog Sirianni, or even you could go as far out as what's his face over Antonio Pierce with their culture guys. They are culture dudes. They establish a culture. That is what they're there for.
Brian
Okay?
Dable has like
Brian
fair-
Dable thinks he's a
It's like-
genius,
he
but
has
his
fair,
offense worked because he had the $1 million man as a quarterback in Buffalo.
he has fair features. I just want to say that.
Could I argue that maybe if in terms of the criticism for Dable, and I understand 100% what you guys are saying. 100%. I don't argue with that whatsoever. I do feel like the temper is a bit much. I should dive into the whole Martindale thing, but I won't do it.
He reminds me way too much of Josh McDaniels, and that's what scares me.
That is a scary thought.
Josh McDoofus in the flesh.
Is it? Could we say it's a bit unfair to judge Dable because tying back into the mirror thing that you said, Jared, about how it's like they love their guys too much? It kind of puts a handicap on Dable.
But they've also let McAdoofus bench Eli. They know when to step out of the way. I think it's an ego trip because the problem with Daniel Jones is a Hall of Fame XFL quarterback. He is probably he is the Peyton Manning of the XFL if he plays. He's honestly a great backup in the NFL or a decent game manager. But what the Giants need him to be, he is not. He is not Eli. He's not Phil Simms.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who he is.
And a great example of that is 2022. Because that first season with Dable, it was like, okay, the playbook isn't all the way open, but
it wasn't complex. It was very simple. And they had a lot of games. And let me be honest with you.
Yeah, of course.
Saquon, when he was healthy, carried
100%.
that offense.
100. Like you mentioned, the game manager thing. So as long as Jones created plays with his legs when needed, and
he's a more athletic Alex Smith. That is his feeling.
Which was fine. And then 2023 came around, and when you mentioned the playbook was complex, once it opened up in 2023, that's when everything was like, okay, this is when.
Favorite, and I'll let Ryan and Matt and Chris kind of jump in on this one.
Yeah.
As they're all simultaneously, all three of them checking their phones all at the same time, which is honestly hilarious because I do the same thing while I'm talking. I know, buddy. It's okay, Chris. I need your comedy chops. So if you need to reload by going on Twitter, go for it. All I'll say is this. I had in 2021 a random football fan who is from New Zealand, who's dating a friend of mine. They're hopefully about to get married because I love the two of them together. Awesome people. He's from New Zealand. Kiwi as hell. He starts talking about football. He's a big Chargers fan, like Justin Herbert. I said, listen, you watch a lot of football, right? He goes, yeah, watch every single game if I can. I'm like, awesome. He goes, let me ask you this. I'm doing a thesis on something for watching film. What do you think about Daniel Jones? He goes, deer in the headlights. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I watch him. He drops back. Most quarterbacks start reading. Jones, his head doesn't move. He tries to wide vision everything, and then he shakes his head frantically and then runs or throws a pick or fumbles and gets sacked, whatever. And when Jones is on, he's good. But he needs conditions to be good. Honestly, Daniel Jones on a team that has a good O-line, okay receivers, and a great defense, that's an 11-win team right there.
But why? So I think this is a question I would like to ask everyone, and it's if that's the case, if he has all these flaws, why was he chosen 6th overall?
It was a shitty QB class.
Because they fell in love with his pro day.
Exactly.
Like the Jets did with Zach Wilson.
It's Zach Wilson. It's Jake McCarthy. It's the same shit.
They could have waited.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they should have taken Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace, by the way. Dwayne Haskins goes to New York. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. Because in that organization,
I love Haskins.
He doesn't have the same problems he had in Washington. He doesn't go to Pittsburgh. Dwayne Haskins gets drafted by the Giants at 6, which is what I was praying did not happen. Which, honestly, in retrospect, I would have rather him go to the Giants than been alive. So, goes to the Giants at 6. He's the 3-time Pro Bowler, and the Giants at least have one division title with him. They picked the wrong quarterback. Dwayne Haskins, superior talent, went to the worst organization possible for his talent.
Harrison Butker's in some heat.
I do not want to touch that with a 10-foot fucking pole. Okay, I'm gonna drop the F-bomb once today. We're not touching that fucking story. Okay?
Yep.
Everyone
Got it.
knows I am a man of religious faith. I am Catholic, but I also understand views and sponsorships are a thing. So Christopher or Christian, I think it's Christian Lipoff, we are not talking about that story until off camera. Please.
Yeah, we're not talking about Harry Butts.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
Harry Butts.
His jersey has been selling
I don't
though.
know. I didn't know.
Hilarious, by the way.
That's behind the
Gotta
paywall on the OnlyFans account for Corner Booth.
Gotta love that counterculture. All right. Anyway, we gotta talk. We're in an hour more. We gotta talk some basketball.
Oh yeah, we've got to talk basketball.
Oh my god! In a half hour, either my team suits up for the last time this season, or we live to fight another day. I plead to Carl Anthony, voice octave changing Towns. Mike Conley was around for the dinosaurs. Rudy, I was the most overhyped defensive player of the year. Gobert should have probably stayed home with his kid. And the rest of you role-playing suckers on the Timberwolves. If it goes 7 and we lose, I will take that as a win. But for the love of all things holy, do not lose 4 straight. Do not be the Timberwolves of old. You have this generation's Michael Jordan on your roster. Do not squander it. He is playing tonight.
He is back, which will help out a lot. As
Yes.
you know, Jared.
But for the love of God, McDaniels, McLaughlin, Rudy, and the rest of you, and of course our boy Nikhil Walker-Alexander, our ragtag group of scrappy defenders and three-point shooters and quick scoring team is how we beat people. Play Timberwolves basketball and get at them. If we lose because we played our game, it's going to suck, but I'll live with it. But the last 3 games has not been the Timberwolves I've watched all season. That's the Timberwolves I grew up with. That's my plea. We all know Anthony Edwards is going to be the GOAT of this franchise if we can retain him for the full year of his contract, which the way he's wired, honestly, we might keep him for his whole career. He's not like a lot of these old school. You're going to have to really piss him off, even though Glenn Taylor's still our owner, so that's a very real possibility. Anyway, I believe in this team. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves can pull this off. I still think they win the damn series. Shout out to my boy Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk, for the only commentator still believing in the Timberwolves, which really isn't saying much because Perk is a special breed. But
You ever see
yeah,
his tweets? They just end with "carry the hell on."
Yeah.
No matter what he says.
I love it.
He looks
So-
smart right now, by the way. He's rooting for the Knicks, and they look pretty good.
So, all right, we'll move off this. We'll come back and we'll do predictions. Let me just give a quick summary of the rest of them. Celtics, of course, knocked off the Cavs last night. Listen, the Cavs were playing with house money. They probably shouldn't have even beaten the Magic. Donovan Mitchell played great. They stole one from the Celtics at home. Congratulations. You played a good series. Don needs help. Thunder and Dallas. SGA is a top 10 player in this league. He's a top 5 guard in this league. Does not matter which guard. Him and Ant are the future of the West, along with Luka and Jokic. The problem is, if your third best player is Josh Giddey, unless you're attending a high school prom, you're not winning a game. So the Josh Giddey jokes are not going to stop. Shout out Kendrick Lamar for the best song for this. That being said, Dallas with Luka and Kyrie, it's working. That team is deadly. Honestly, the conference finals nobody wanted of Dallas versus Denver is probably going to happen. God willing, Minnesota knocks Denver off. I will take Dallas versus Minnesota. That's a crazy series. I want to see Luka versus AE. Are you kidding me? That's wild. I'm up for Luka versus Ant. I don't care. Like SGA, like no one cares about SGA or the Nuggets are boring, man. They're the new Spurs. Also, by the way, Mike Malone, I'm flicking you off camera. If I see your little weenie ass complain to the refs about every call, I loved when they teed him up in Game 5, even though we lost, because he gets in the ref's face, and he's like 4 feet onto the court, and he doesn't get teed up for it. I'm like, you were the worst.
Mhm.
Last but not least, we have the
My
best
coach got
series.
fined for that. My coach would get fined for that, though.
Mine would too, and he's in crutches. The best series is Pacers Knicks. That's what we thought it was going to be. Shout out to Reggie Miller versus John Starks. Shout out to Pat Ewing versus Rick Smits. This brings me back to this old series, the old grit and grime, right? Now it's Halliburton versus Brunson, which is great. And listen, I would have rooted harder for the Knicks, but unfortunately, I'm rooting for the Pacers because the Pacers are full strength. They can take out those losers up in Boston. Nobody wants to see the Celtics go back except for Celtics fans. Jason Tatum is soft. Jaylen Brown is soft. Derek White, besides having a great endorsement deal with Just for Men, for his beard at least, is soft. That team is melted mozzarella cheese. But the Knicks, the Pacers, those teams will give Boston a run. I mean, the Pacers will give Boston a run. Unfortunately, if OG was still playing, if they had Randall, the Knicks, it sucks. It's unfortunate, but Randall's out of gas. I think the Pacers are better suited for this. So, and lastly, obviously, we talked about Minnesota, Denver. Jokic is the best basketball player in the world right now. I watched games 4 and 5, and I'm like bowing down. I'm like, listen, this dude, it's like watching Tim Duncan, but with half the vertical leap and half the half the melanin in his skin. It is just watching him flip balls behind his head, off the backboard, floater, 3. I'm like, what am I watching? It's like that one dude at the Y who's 6'9", but has a jumper, but has a beer gut the size of Texas, and he's just dropping 30 per pickup game. It's incredible. Also, Jamal Murray, you're still a bitch. And love Aaron Gordon, though. So that's my summary. Gentlemen, we'll start with Minnesota, Denver. What are you thinking? Do my Wolves have a shot, or is this one nail in the coffin and we're moving on?
All it takes is just a little bit from Cat and Gobert. That's all it takes. And Ant will lead the way. Ant's got to put up 30 tonight. Everyone else needs to just contribute just a little bit, and you guys will be okay. I have faith, Jared. I have grown to love your Wolves. I've grown to love Ants. I still don't like Gobert. Don't know why I don't, but it's fine. Having Conley back helps out a lot. Wolves in 7, I believe.
Maddie?
I think it's definitely going to go Game 7. I think the Wolves picked the one up tonight to make it Game 7. And I'm not just saying this because I have a bet placed, but I'm going to take Timberwolves to win the series. I want something different. I don't want to see the same thing again.
Chrissy?
Wolves win tonight just because it's in Minnesota. Home court's very big in the NBA. Jared, I'm sorry. I think Nuggets close it out in 7.
I appreciate your honesty. And our guest of honor.
To be perfectly honest with you and very transparent, I really haven't been following the NBA playoffs because I don't know what it is with the NBA these days. I don't really follow it, but I don't know. Just because I like chaos, let's go with Game 7.
I love it. We'll kind of speed round these a little bit, and then we'll kind of open up the floor to kind of just run with topics. Dallas close out Oklahoma City. Rapid fire. Nate, yes or no?
No, Game 7.
Maddie?
Dallas closes it out.
Chrissy?
Yep, close it out.
Kyrie and Luka versus SGA. Ryan, I know you're not the biggest NBA guy, but what are you thinking?
Just to stay on my co-host Dustin's good side because he's a Dallas fan, Mavs close it out.
I think Mavs close out too. I think the curtains have come down on Denver, on Oklahoma City. SGA is a phenomenal player, but he needs his Robin, and unfortunately, he's got a bunch of Tim Drakes next to him. For those of you who are comic book fans, there's no Dick Grayson. And the last series, obviously, Knicks and Pacers. I want the Pacers to win, but I don't see how they will. because they had a ripe opportunity to take Game 5 and run this to 3-2 and close them out tomorrow, but they played like hammered shit. And the Knicks played great. So I think this goes 7, but Knicks ended up pulling it off. Nate.
I would say Knicks ended 8-6. But I should mention OG will not be playing Game 6, but has a chance to play Game 7 if need be.
Yeah, I piggyback off of that one. I was going to say, Jared, I agree with you. Knicks in 7. I think Pacers win for Game 7. They pretty much tell OG, listen, to do or die. We need you to come back, and Knicks wins in Game 7.
There we go. All right.
Crispy.
My heart wants the Pacers to win because I hate the New York Knicks more than anything. But I think the Knicks close it out in 7 just because Brunson has been unbelievable the entire playoffs. So.
And guest of honor.
Pacers win Game 6, goes back to the Garden. Knicks win Game 7.
There we go. All righty. So, a couple quick hits. We'll kick the music off, and we'll kind of get ourselves rolling towards the end of this. But initial thoughts: the New York Giants have been announced as the team getting the Hard Knocks off-season look. That should be interesting. It'll be interesting to see the draft, free agency, a very different angle. It'll be fun to see them failing on signing free agents. So that'll be fun. Sorry, Nate. The dig stop now. I'm done with bashing your Giants today. All right. Houston Astros, Ronel Blanco suspended 10 games. Honestly, well worth it. I'm sick of this umpires with the sticky stuff. I understood the spider attack. It made sense. It's getting insane now. And finally, Messi earns a estimated $20.4 million this year, more than 25 of the 29 teams on the MLS payroll. Wild.
You know, I bought tickets to see him 3 times, and he hasn't played in any of them.
Because he's hurt. He's always hurt.
He's that. Yeah, I bought tickets to see Argentina and El Salvador in Philly. It was like I just got notified about it that the Link was hosting a game. Messi was supposed to play, gets hurt with a hamstring injury 2 weeks prior. So,
what's ridiculous is that his base salary is $12 million, but then his annualized average guaranteed compensation is $20.4 million, and these numbers do not include from anything from Apple, Adidas, Fanatics, no endorsements, and do not include his equity, which would actually bring up his value of his contract to more than $125 million.
Yes, so whatever, and I know probably Hector, I would ask Hector about this, but I know when he signed his deal with Miami, he gets, anytime a fan buys a jersey from the Inter Miami shop, he gets a certain cut of that. And all Apple Plus, subscription users, he gets a plus of that. That's how he made all of his money. It was such a good business deal for him.
Fair enough. I mean, listen, I had to say it once, Chris, right?
Well, that was a interesting abbreviation.
I just realized. Oh.
Charlotte 49er.
Nate, I love your innocence. It makes me so
Wait.
happy.
That's funny. That's the first thing I noticed.
Because I was trying to point across the fact that for Jared, imagine this, but in the Hurricanes. I mean, this isn't the point.
I've seen the Hurricanes one. It's actually pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually pretty
Dang.
lit.
I gotta find it.
That's so freaking funny.
That-
Oh my lord.
That hits the spot, pun intended.
Hey, yo. Yo, G, you hit the spot.
Oh boy, this is good. I'm glad we put this one up.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Only
Am I the
corner
only
booth
one-
find
am I
a way
the
to
only
end
one
the show
showing
like
real?
this. Oh my god. Also, I believe McCarthy and Matt, your Yankees won today, right?
Oh yes, sir.
5-0.
First team in the oh my god, I almost said AFC. First team in the American League to get to 30 wins.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Phillies are the first team in baseball to hit 30 wins. But gentlemen, I'm going to remind you, as the baseball team that won the National League and the team that won the American League will remind you, it's not who wins in April or May, it's who wins in October. And September, because,
Yeah, September's especially when the Orioles are a half game behind you.
It'd be cool
yes,
to win it.
for women's only.
are
I don't
better.
want to talk about this. I saw this morning, and this pissed me off.
So
I will
what?
buy
Change
these
your,
tomorrow.
what? Change your gender.
This
Just
isn't
get,
Soho, New York.
And
Just
then
get a
you
women's
go on.
size 16.
Easy.
Women's size 14, but close. Thank you.
Oh,
Probably fit, man.
almost.
That's a big ass woman I gotta order that for. But no, those
Yeah.
are clean though. It would have been better if they had green laces or orange laces with it. The all white on top kind of weird. It almost looks like they're dipped.
Dang, 10 of them, huh? Jeez.
Jeez.
He's pumping them out.
4 kids this year.
My man's going at like a Catholic rabbit, man. Just pumping kids out.
He really is fast, I tell you.
Yeah. He,
He's fast.
Gosh.
yeah, he's probably quick.
I just keep thinking of the Family Guy meme when the basketball player falls in the front row.
Oh,
He has protective sleeves just on the wrong part.
somebody,
Yeah.
somebody said it's
He's got a
not
cat that
unusual
corks
for
through,
cheetahs
man.
to have a larger litter.
Yeah, they're definitely not extra rope.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's too funny. All right,
Tyreek Marty Sr.
Jesus.
2 more kids than Octomom.
Oh my god.
Are we worried about Joe Burrow, by the way, by any chance?
Does he have the same as Philip Rivers? Same amount of kids?
Does he have 10 kids?
No,
I think-
Joe Burrow just has a lot of like. Joe Burrow's issue is besides being at Michael Rubin's all-white party, which means he sold the soul to the devil, also means this dude's wrist is kind of not great.
Wow, dude, he tied Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers has 10 kids.
Cromartie's
With
got like
one woman.
12. He's still yeah. Well, that
Wow.
that woman's a champ. Yeah, but this is actually interesting here, Joe Burrow. So I was actually listening to this interview with D-Butt yesterday when he was on the McAfee show, and they were talking about how this injury in the wrist actually affects mobility and blood flow. And it's really interesting. Now, D-Butt and AJ Hawk, both defensive players, both had the surgery. They both wait to the end of the season to do it. Joe Burrow got it done immediately, so they're not sure. But the fact of the matter is the injury Joe Burrow got affects mobility and blood flow to the hand. That's
that's
what's
gotta-
scaring
that's-
Bengal fans right now.
That's got to be a funk whacking off, dude.
How do you know it was a righty?
All right, Chris's trip to the penalty box is presented by the amazing people at Righteous Felon. Promo code BELLYUP15 BELLYUP for 15% off at checkout. Official sponsor Belly Up Sports, Corner Booth, and Chris's penalty box. Some of the best beef jerky snacks you have around. Excellent snacks. Maddie, when he returns, could tell you. Oh, by the way, that picture of Jalen Hyatt's hilarious. He looks so depressed to be in that uniform. That being said, Chris Penalty Box, official sponsor of Live Sports, Corner Booth, and Chris Penalty Box. Now, should we bring Chris back? There he is.
I'm back. I'm back.
You had to. I'm like, he almost made a full show without getting ejected again. I'm like, damn.
I've been on a clean slate lately, dude. I don't know.
And
We're
then,
good.
you know what, Chrissy, I'm glad you're back in your form.
I'm a scumbag. I love it. Huh. I saw
This
somebody
poor
retweet
kid.
this.
This poor kid has been getting the crap kicked out of him at camp. He's dropping everything. He's not looking like he's ready for the league. And now he gets his car stolen.
Oh,
I,
they've identified the thief. Rashee Rice.
yeah, somebody said Rasheed Rice is Rasheed Rice is doing whatever he can to still be wide receiver 1.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, gentlemen, that about wraps it up for today. Mr. McCarthy, where can we find your amazing content?
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I'm not calling it X. My handle is at whoisryanmcc. You can find No Credentials Required. It's at NoCredsREQ. We're on live streaming on Tuesdays at 8:05 Eastern and some Saturdays at 10:05 Eastern. We'll actually be on this Saturday to react to the NFL schedules and talk about our respective teams, and also talk about the reason why the NFL is suddenly making it hard for fans to make new fans because of all the all the games behind the paywalls. So, and much
Greed is no
more.
longer good anymore. Awesome. Check out Ryan and my main man Dustin on their show. Obviously, I've also been featured on that show a few times. Always love stopping by. No Credentials Required. You can find me, Nate, Maddie, and Big Crispy at Corner Booth Pod. Monday shows return this Monday. Check out the Best of Corner Booth Pod video that drops during the weekends. Also, Nate, it's your time to shine, brother. You did some awesome project this weekend.
Yes, sir, we did. We got our website officially live right now. The website link will be in the description of this live stream, so check it out. You get to know more about us. Our recent videos and episodes are on there as well. And who knows, merch will be on the way.
I gave Chrissy the keys to the kingdom. Now it's time for him to get creative.
You did?
We're
I
gonna
sent
get
you
it
the
selling, Chris.
password.
You did?
Yes, it was like a week ago.
Wait, you did? I didn't see it.
I texted in the group chat. We'll talk about this after the show.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and look, dude, because I can't recall, but like I feel like you did.
Yeah, I texted. It was right after the show last week. I was also hammered last week after the show because I didn't eat anything before, and I had 2 9%ers and an 8%er, and was staring into the skid. But that all aside, gentlemen, pray for my Timberwolves and pray for my mental health tonight. We will see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Shout out to Big Nate for kicking ass this week on the website. Awesome job. Corner Booth intro video from me and Nate Negan Nate Wynn Productions. Project 2 Productions is my brand. His is Nate Wynn Productions. I'll tell you the story about Project 2 one of these days, but Project 2 Productions, Nate Wynn Productions, is producing the new Corner Booth intro video. Should be done by the end of this month, and we will have it up and running for the end of the off season going into season 12. So it's gonna be a fun ride. Maddie, Chris, you guys got anything to contribute before we get out of here?
Don't drink and drive.
Well said.
Yeah.
Maddie,
Click it or take it.
Yeah.
McCarthy, hey, otherwise words of wisdom.
Bitches get stitched.
It's currently 3 past Shesterkin, and shout out Kev's ma.
Currently 3 passes.
Shout out Heather. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Corner Booth pregame. We hope you have an amazing time with us today. We'll see you guys Monday. Enjoy your weekends. Go Timberwolves. And as always, enjoy your weekend.
Tip your bartenders. That's a big one.
Oh my God! It's 3-1 Canes.